And we are back on the WHHI-TV Daily News. With me now is Sydney Brewster, and she is the volunteer coordinator for the RBC Heritage, which is rapidly approaching.
Yes, it is.
Very exciting, always one of the most exciting events of the year on the island. And so this year is even more exciting because you guys are now an elevated event.
We are.
Yeah, so I'm sure the buzz is just huge right now.
It is. We've volunteer interest, ticket sales, it's all very exciting.
Yeah, and they better not sell out before I get my tickets. Yeah. I got that email in my box, and I'm like, I need to do this. So let's talk a little bit about volunteers, though, because obviously they are the heart and the soul of this tournament and could not be run without them.
I couldn't agree more.
Yes. So let's tell a little bit about what their role is, how they play into the Heritage Foundation, and kind of some of what your needs might be this year.
Sure. So there's 20 different committees that we have. So, really there's a role for anyone and everyone. We have the hospitality ambassadors, which are the hospitality venue greeters.
Okay.
We also have Inside the Ropes, which is the gallery management that work with the competition support, location-based operators who send shot data to the PGA Tour, so that's all accurate. So there's really a lot of positions that I think anybody can find something that would interest them.
And so if somebody is interested and they think, oh gosh, I don't know if I have the time, or what kind of a time commitment are you talking about?
So it's going to be 16 hours, that's the minimum, or 4 4-hour shifts, which would equal out the 16.
Right. Mm-hmm. And so if somebody would like to get information on how they can get involved with volunteering, how do they do that?
So it's rbcheritage.com under the volunteer tab, and there's a direct link to our registration site, and that also lists out the 20 committees. So if they want any more information on specific committees, there's little descriptions.
And so you've been doing this for, you told me before we started filming, about 4 years.
Yes.
And obviously during those 4 years was COVID and all of those changes. And now, like I said before, we're moving into an elevated event. So talk to us a little bit about how since you've been here, the ebb and flow has gone with the volunteer troop.
Well, I've really seen every kind of event.
Right.
In 2020, we had a very, there was no spectators, so
right.
our volunteer numbers was about 500. And then in 2021, we went back to our normal number, limited spectators. 2022 was full capacity, full volunteers. But now that we're in an elevated event, we're even looking for more volunteers.
Right.
So our goal is about 1,400 volunteers.
That's a big number.
It is.
And how many do you have? Do you know how many you have signed up so far?
I just looked this morning and we have 1,250.
Okay.
Yes.
So a little bit of ways to go, but doing pretty well since
are.
we're only, I said it's fast approaching, and it is because we're on the countdown, but it is December, so you do have some time to fill the rest of those spots.
Yes.
And what are the most desired spots, would you say?
Probably the walking scores is definitely the most interest there. Unfortunately, that committee is full.
Okay.
However, anything inside the rope gets everybody interested.
Yeah, and excited. And we're going to have some great players here this year.
We
so
are.
It should be a really fun tournament. So again, one more time, if people are interested, how do they get in touch with you to get their volunteer on?
So it'll be rbcheritage.com under the volunteer tab, or they can email me at volunteers@heritageclassicfoundation.com.
Sydney, thank you so much for being here today. It was a pleasure meeting you. And thank you. We'll be back in just a minute.